Oh, the devil. Oh, watch out for that right hook. Oh, sneaky. Yeah, Judas punch. Right, so what have I got today? Now, a few weeks ago, months ago, I did an Angel's Horn all-in-one record player. Now, when you do stuff like this on these channels, you tend to get other companies then sending you stuff. So this company contacted me called FEKTIK. Yeah, FEKTIK. Anyway, FEKTIK, right? And they wanted to send me a record player with speakers that come with it, not built in. So I thought, you know what, yeah, let's have a look at it. I think it's only about 170 quid or something like that. But even though it says FEKTIK, I've seen these record players, I think they're just a supplier. They don't actually make the record player. It's made by a company. It's distributed out to other companies and they then sell it as their own, because there's no mention of FEKTIK on this record player. But actually, the pictures look pretty good, but will it be? Anyway, look, hang on. Oh. So it says, wooden wireless turntable.
Converter.
What? So, anyway, so it comes with its own speakers. Hang on, let's put this down. It comes with its own speakers. It's got Bluetooth. And you can convert your records into digital via a USB out. Ooh. Anyway, it's also got anti-skate, and I'm going to say anti-skate loosely. It's not an anti-skate like I have ever seen before, but we'll see more of that later on in the video. Oh. Anyway, it wouldn't be a video without an unboxing montage. Cue montage. Okay, it's all put together. Right, I have to say, it's a nice solid plinth, solid MDF, not bad at all. The platter itself is quite heavy, a little bit resonant. A little bit too resonant for me. Comes with this felt mat. It's a bit flimsy. Personally, I would change this for a rubber mat. But it's all right. But if you look, it's very slippery. I mean, it just slides around. But it does the job for now, and it should spin. When a record's on it, it should spin fine. The counterbalance weight was a bit odd because this is a AT3600 cartridge from Audio-Technica, and the tracking force in that has been between 2.5 and 3.5 grams. This only goes up to 1.75. So when you're doing the counterbalance, you've got to go past 1.75 to 0, back to 1.5 again. I think I got a 125 there. We'll check the tracking force in that later. Now the anti-skate, weird. Okay, I've never seen one like this before. They must be out there. Maybe it's an old version of anti-skate. But you have to tie a counterbalance weight to it via, it looks like some fishing wire. Do you know what I mean? It's a fishing line. And there's a little weight there. Okay, and that's supposed to help with anti-skating, and we'll test that later. We'll go for the controls in a second. Then we come to the speakers. Now, not a very big speaker. You can see, not the biggest speaker you've ever seen in the world. They have got covers that come off on it. I think it's a 1-inch 25mm soft dome tweeter. And 4-inch, I've measured that there, let's just double check. Yeah, it's a 4-inch, 10 centimetre mid-bass driver. It's made of MDF. Doesn't feel very well braced. And it's got bass ported on the back. You can't change the speaker wire, it's fixed with this very cheap speaker cable. Okay, now one reviewer reviewing this turntable set didn't really mention the speakers much. Didn't really mention the speakers much, and I can see why. But he said the turntable sounded really bassy. Now, I'm doubting that very much with these speakers. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Anyway, we'll test it. We'll be testing them later. Okay, on the back. Either side, we've got your speaker in or speaker out. Shake it all about. Left and right. Got your ground cable here. Power. Then you've got your USB to PC or laptop. So you can plug that in here. It comes with the lead. Pop that into your laptop or PC, and you can record your records onto digital format using Audacity. And I've already got Audacity on my laptop, so we'll have a go at that later. Just a little bit, see if it works. Then you've got RCA out. So your RCA out, you can connect to an external amp or some powered speakers. Then you've got your line and phono. Online, you can use the internal built-in phono preamp. If you want to use an external one, you just flick it over to phono. And then you've got your power here. Boink, boink. Okay, let's have a look at it from the top. So we've got the tone arm latch, or whatever you want to call it. It's a little bit loose. It should be a little bit tighter for my liking. Look, it stops it coming off. Stops it coming off. But I prefer, like, it shouldn't be that loose really, but there we are. The tone arm's, I think, made from aluminium, or for my American friends, aluminum. It's a little bit thick, so it might be quite a hefty tone arm. I don't know, we'll see when I check the weight of it. Got the volume button here. Volume button, nice lit up, it is there. You got your controls here, 33 and 45. You got your mode, so I think this just flicks over to Bluetooth. There we are, and it flashes in once connected to Bluetooth. There you go, and that's off. 33, 45. Now, to get this turning, let me put something on it so you can see it turning. There we go, right? So to get this going, you think, oh, I'll just do that and it'll come on. No, it's got play pause. Here we are. You've got play pause. You pause. Play. Yeah. I suppose it's quite cool if you want to stop it. If you want to stop it halfway through a record, if you want to go to the toilet or answer the door or something, I don't know. I did notice though that when I play it, okay, so it's going around now. When you put it up to high volume, have a listen to that. It's a bit buzzy. You probably wouldn't notice that when you're playing a record, but I don't know. Okay, I just want to check if it's got an auto return. I don't think it does, but we'll have a look now. It takes forever to go down. I like a slow tone arm lowering, but this is ridiculous. There we go. Is it going to auto return? No, it is not. Let's give it a couple of seconds. Boo! Nope. So you've got to take it off yourself and press that button there. Right, let's check the anti-skate. Okay, so I've got my anti-skate disc on. Now, the tone arm should either stay where it is or slowly track into the center. So let's have a little look. Let's put it in the center first and try it. Now don't remember, this takes flipping forever to drop. It takes a bit too long. Perhaps I should do it with my finger rather than wait for this. Oh, now that's not good. It's pulling outward. come to the outside of the record. That's not good. Let me just adjust this. So anyway, I tried to get this anti-skate correct, but I couldn't. So what I did, I took it off completely because it, like I said, it was pulling outwards. So here's the bonkers thing. Without the anti-skate weight on, it's absolutely fine. So perhaps just leave it off. It's working perfectly without it. Doesn't need it. Right, let's check the counterbalance weight or the tracking force. Right, so I've got it set on 1.25. That's going around once and then to 1.25, if you know what I mean. Let's have a little look what it says. That's 2.67. Needs to be a little bit more. So the instruction or manual says it should be 1.5. So let's just put that to 1.5. Right, let's try again. There you go. I'll wait forever for it to go down because it takes flipping ages. Here we go, here we go. Okay, that's fine. So 1.5 it is. Let me just double check. Yeah. So 1.5 is right what it says in the manual, give or take. Anyway, you know I love a sound test on this channel, don't you? You know, I love a sound test. So I just wanted to give you a quick sample of these speakers, the 220s, Wharfedale 220s versus these speakers, hello. Now I've had to use Bluetooth. I'm not going to be using the record because of copyright and stuff like that. Anyway, have a listen to this. Okay, so what do you reckon on that? They're not that bad, are they? Do you know, they do give out a bit of bass, like that reviewer said. I'm surprised how much bass they put out. They're a little bit lacking in the mids. Obviously, I thought the Wharfedales were a bit more open. I thought the treble was a bit more cleaner. And even though I thought these did had a little bit more bass, what's going on, right? But I thought the bass was cleaner on the Wharfedales. However, for what they are, they're not bad at all. However, when you get at higher volumes, they do start going a bit funky. Okay, they can't handle if you go too low. Where the Wharfedales, you could whack it up almost 3/4 of the way and they were fine. These, you get it up past half and they start freaking out a little bit. Okay, they couldn't handle it. So, but for low to moderate volumes, they're fine. They're all right. Okay, now let's try recording a record onto Audacity. Okay, so I've got my laptop connected to the turntable. I got Audacity open. Yoink. Just check the audio setup. And recording device is microphone USB. Now I'm just going to lower the record down and do a little bit of a test first, just to see if the recording levels are right. When it takes flipping 7 years, there we are, it's gone down finally. I'm just going to record a test track. Right, that's coming in a little bit hot, that is. So I'm going to have to get the recording levels down a little bit. A little bit more, down to about 79%. Beautiful. So stop that. Undo record. And then record a snippet now and export that and see what it sounds like. Obviously I can't record too much. I can't play too much on here because I get a copyright. God damn you, copyright. There we go, that'll be enough. And then what you do then is file and export. Now you can change it, let's do it untitled, so let's put bleh in there. And a format I'm going to export it in is a WAV or WAV file. That's the best format if you want a really good copy. I'm going to put the sample rate at 96. You can change it to 44 CD quality. I'm going to keep it at 96. I'm going to go encoding is 24-bit. But you can put it to CD quality 16-bit. I'm leaving it on 24. Export that. It shouldn't take too long to export because it's only 20 seconds. Go into documents now. There we are. Let's have a look. Okay, Audacity. And there it is. What's it sound like? Now. Beautiful. Now, I will say, this is an old laptop, crappy laptop speakers. That sounds shite. But when you actually play it through some decent headphones, it sounds all right. It's not bad at all. It's a tiny bit digitally, but actually, it's not a bad recording. So all in all, pretty good. 7 out of 10. And there you go. So, I mean, I remember a few years ago, it wasn't even that long ago, that the record players coming out of China were they were terrible, garbage. I think for the stylus, he used to use an old paper clip. But they were just really poor. I would never play a record on them. Just destroy your records, sounded terrible. But these new ones coming out now, they're quite a bit improved. They're not bad at all, using decent styluses. Some of them got a bit of anti-skate on them. The built-in phono stage is okay, it's all right. Not as good as an external one, but it's pretty good. And for a starter kit, they're not bad. You know, you think about the Chinese amps 10 years ago, they were flipping awful, okay? Look how far they've come, look what Fozzy are bringing out. IEMA's not far behind, and they got Duke Audio, they're bringing out some decent stuff, okay? And I think we're starting to see other electronic equipment, you know, turntables, whatever, improving. It's got a little bit to go yet. I would suggest that if you're going to sell these all-in-one systems with speakers and stuff like our built-in amplifiers, at least make them with a bass and treble. I think a bass and treble will be good, so we can kind of tune it into how we want it. Potentially look at a headphone socket or Bluetooth transmitter as well as a receiver, so you can just have your Bluetooth headphones on and transmit that to your Bluetooth headphones without having to plug it in. That'd be good. And also, I think using SBC, it uses SBC codec for Bluetooth. I think at least aptX HD these days, you know, should be in place. SBC, not the best, although it didn't sound too bad playing Bluetooth. It was okay for what it is, but I think aptX HD just adds a little bit of value to it. And for what, 160, 170 quid-ish, you know, it makes a pretty decent starter kit for someone who's just starting out or living in student accommodation, only got a small flat or using it in a bedroom, those type of scenarios. It's not bad, and you can always add to it later, get some powered speakers or get an external phono stage, add an amp to it, an integrated amp with a phono stage built in, etc. You could just add and add and add to it. Anyway, not bad at all. that's coming to the end of my video. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you got this far, thank you very much. For the ones who haven't, they can piss off. They're not going to know I've said this. They haven't got this far. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.